and the larger version, which is where you can see in single image choice. And then to see the next one, you do that. That's basically my website.
Now, have you thought of adding motion to some of those? The reason I say that is because this type of visualization is actually kind of popular these days. If anybody's played around with iTunes, you know, you've got your visualization maps. A lot of that's done through software and algorithms and, you know, manipulating something that, you know, by rhythm and sound and other things. But I would be curious to see how yours might change if you can add movement to it. Kyle is also one who has explored the idea of these images now having motion and then putting sound behind them, since we talked about sound earlier.
Yeah. I haven't thought about putting motion behind the images on the website because I'm not sure how I would do that. But I can show you okay. So I would go here to photos, and then I would go to settings. Well, I don't know how. Can I transfer the folder to the desktop?
Yeah, Kyle.
You have a thumb drive?
Just drag it around.
It's on that folder.
Okay, give me a second.
Otherwise it's not.
The thing about art and technology, this is the part that's a pain. You know, the technology stuff, we haven't quite gotten to the point where things work when we want it to work. Or that we have to prepare. I mean, how many dry runs have we done on presentations and showing movies and things, and only to get to the site and the venue, and then it doesn't work.
I guess it's not gonna let me.
You can hit apply and, well, I don't know how long. Yeah, do weight like 0.
0.
You can.
It says it'll take place in 1 minute.
What is your tool of choice?
Photoshop.
If you're creating so many images, how do you decide when a particular image is finished, especially if they're working, you know, from the same source material or something like that?
I base it on when I feel that it's correct. I don't know. I just instantly know whether or not it's good.
So when you create your stuff, you're also doing things like listening to trance and techno music too, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like this kind of music. I love this kind of music. I don't know how to get the screensaver to begin.
Well, but what you're doing is you're creating a lot of different screensavers. It's popular. I mean, people are. Do you have them for download at all too? I mean, can people download them and they're not paying for them?
Yes.
Okay.
I have some choices that are available for download.
Okay. And so, what you would have here is that when the screensaver comes up, it's your artwork, and is it doing the whole folder, or is it doing just the whole folder? Okay. And what's happening too is that because of the digital world that we have, we're starting to see this kind of stuff show up in buildings, like businesses. You know, we have these digital aquariums, digital fireplaces. We have the digital art that somebody like Kyle has produced. We've got screensavers and wallpapers. People put all kinds of photos of pets and family members, and I mean, we customize and personalize everything. And this just gives you an outlet then to create and have some fun with it. Do you have favorite images?
The ones that are green are not my favorite. Mostly everything else is my favorite. I especially like the blue ones.
On the blue?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll just show you the images instead of waiting for the screensaver. If that's
How long does it take you to do something like this?
Well, I start with a really big, huge file in Photoshop because I used to start with 300 pixels per inch in a photograph, and then I went up to 600 pixels, and then my new computer that I got handles 900 pixels per inch. So the largest file that I've ever had from Photoshop is over 7 gigabytes.
Now, why are you raising the pixel count?
Because that decreases the graininess.
So you're looking for the sharpness.
Um,
And it will it will show up then when you're running the screensavers and the wallpapers. I mean, to print something like that would be outrageous. It'd
Yeah.
take days to print something like that. But then you can let it go. And have you seen your work getting crisper and better as you've been able to do that?
Yes, because early on it would be grainy when I would be at the 300 pixels per inch.
There it is. There it is. Don't touch it.
Oh.
Oh. You saw a glimpse.
I'll just sit here and talk and not touch the computer. I've gone up in image size, and then in order to get the images done for a website, I scale the images down to 1440 by 900
Okay.
for a website, and the original copies that I keep are 2700 pixels by 1800.
Now, do you print any of this stuff out? Do you use them for paintings on the wall, or are you?
If I printed them out, I would be printing them in CMYK, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, car, and my preference is RGB.
There we go.